company in Reykjavik, Iceland. And I was working in a department that is in charge of the lines that are, above ground. And there was some, when I came in the morning, there had been reports of some kind of a breakdown. One line got loose and burned down, the wooden poles that the lines are on. When I got towards a river, I had to walk a little bit up the stream to cross and go to the pole across the river. The weather conditions, it was like -11 blowing in my face. So I was always, keeping my head down and just walking and looking for the poles. I wasn't particularly, scanning the air. And I went into the wrong one. I reached up and I grabbed the line, and apparently it was the wrong one. So I got 11,000 watts.
Oh my God. The first arm transplant ever. This guy, yeah, he was in the middle of a fucking storm and he grabbed onto these wires and he electrocuted himself, and 11,000 volts going up your left and right arm at the same time. So the fucking hey Stevie, look at him, first arm transplant. He got electrocuted. The poor fucker, like,
And another thing that saved my life in this instance was that I had to loosen this lifeline. So instead of, being there until, I was just put into crisps, I fell down. And I broke my back in 3 places, burned both my arms, and fractured my neck. I think.
That's a bad day, isn't it?
That loose also. So it was not a good morning.
But it wasn't. Look at his arms, bless him. Look what he was left with.
According to the testimony,
his arms were on fire, literally burning, because, like I said, 11,000 volts up your left arm. You'd be lucky if you don't lose your shoulder. So from the bicep up, he had, like, the progress surgeons have made, because you have hundreds of vessels and nerves and arteries and fucking all sorts. You have to, kind of navigate around, but you have to be super special to be able to do an operation like that, because it's the first of its kind. You know what I mean? It's like, I wonder, can you get a cock transplant? If you can do that, like I said, his arm, in order for that arm to work and for blood to circulate, they cannot miss any little veins, little vessels. They're all important, because that's what helps with movement. Yeah, the fucker, poor fucker, man.
I would be okay.
I remember watching this thing, a bear program, and this guy, he was hunting and he cut through this fence and grabbed hold of this bin. There was like a fucking moose caught around this, and this fucking idiot, right? He grabbed the moose, stuck his knife into the moose, and it was electrocuted, man. 20,000 bolts went through, hit him in the arm, went up his arm, went across his chest, up his shoulder, out through his head. Elvis, I swear to God, man, look, poor fucker,
of needing a liver transplant. His doctors hoped it would repair itself, but chances were slim. Later that year, he was released from hospital and was eased off the strongest medication.
Holy fuck.
He was struggling. He turned to drinking and drugs to numb the pain.
Yeah.
It soon spiraled into addiction.
The brain can do funny things to justify madness. I didn't go out much. I was just, staying at home using, cocaine, cannabis. For some fucked up reason, I told myself that I wasn't damaging the liver because I was just using organic products.
Felix had a moment of realization. He had gone down the wrong path. The time for self.
Yeah, Steve, you're bleeding lost 14 subs overnight. What the fuck? But listen, I'll hit me goal quicker than I did the last time. It took me a year. I do, yeah. course I do,
I'm
yeah.
175 centimeters tall and I was, 47 kilos. So it didn't look good. I came clean to my.
Now look it took me nearly a year to get 100 subs. And I'm not even 10 days in and I'm halfway there already. I was 3/4 of the way there last night, and when I got up I fucking lost 16 or 14 subs. But it's alright, because I will get them. You know what I mean? I'll get them back, no problem. Like I said, Straightouttaballyer, like fighting back United was like my little baby, but I got ruined. And I wanted to hit a target with that channel, and I'll make sure I do it before I go anywhere. That'll prove to myself that I can pass what I'm on fighting back United this year. I'll pass it. I have another 10 months to do it.
2 months after my liver.
Know what I mean? So no pressure on me. It's just, and then if I do it, then it's just like satisfaction to myself,
It wasn't pleasant, but it was actually very good.
I'm gonna start going on a few people's panels here, there, everywhere. There's a few good guys out there. Donnie, if you're listening, I'm sure Pablo will fucking help you out with your intro. I'd recommend Pablo to anyone, because his videos are very good. I'm shit at stuff like that, But like I said, copyrighting now, it's like, I did call it. I said Man United are fighting back. Not just them, all of us. We're all fighting back against something. I just have the balls and the courage to say it. Whereas other men, like, yeah, I've been called a fucking killer, I've been called an animal, I've been called a savage. But I'm a big teddy bear. I'm not a hard guy. Did you see me yesterday wearing me missus's house coat and all? Yeah, that's how tough I am. Like, it's nice to have love in your life. Like I said, I'd never rule on now because I see shit before it happens, and I have the right person in my life. I have the right people around me. I don't like negativity, so I just drop people that want to be negative all the time. Most of my life, it's been negative. Sometimes it's very hard to turn a negative into a positive, but look at, there's always worse off than you out there, I know that. There's somebody at the desk told me, yeah, he's here. But Man United v Barcelona tonight, like, I'm proud of the fight.
6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Always in the fight. Except for the last so many years, just like myself, I lost the will to fight. Yeah, being there, done it,
There will be possibility to grab hold.
I've done some horrendous things. Witnessed some horrendous things. And they say, if you witness horrendous things, you take part in horrendous things, you're capable of committing horrendous things. Does that make any sense?
If something hasn't been done, the general response is it can't be done.
I'm not a tough guy. No hard man, no fighting man. I'm just a man that can fight. Yeah. And the more, the better. The bigger the challenger is, you see, because if you're fighting 2 people and you whoop their ass, you get credit, right? But if you're fighting with 3 and you tag 2 of them and you get tagged yourself, well, at least you went out swinging, and that's me. Most people around Beswick know Jude McDonald for his hands, because I've probably knocked out or that. Do you understand? So nobody even bothers me on this housing estate or looks at me crooked, because I don't tolerate, you see. I cared about my community. And when you cared about your community cares back. Especially this one, you have no idea how popular I am around here. According to me brothers. I always use other people's words, not mine. You know, I'm not a tough guy, but I tell you one thing. Anybody ever came anywhere near me, I tell her, right, you better kill me. Because if you leave me breathing, like I said here, when you go swimming, you never forget, right? You know, when you ride a bike, you don't forget. You might even get oil on your hands. Yeah, you might even nearly drown. You know, but unless you put one in my head yourself, make sure I'm dead. Otherwise, oh, without a doubt, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought I'd meet anybody else again because I had a fucking 23-year relationship that didn't go too well at the end. You know,
it's a privilege to be an Icelander.
Nearly a quarter century with somebody. Imagine that, that'd be nuts, right? But look, it is what it is, and it's like, it wasn't all bad, you know, but life gets in the way sometimes, and it is the way it is, you know, you can't help it. It's like relationships and commitment and, you know, Jake Paul's gonna knock Tommy Fury out.
Barry, we've just seen Adam Azim go full distance. A lot of people wanted him to get rounds. We've seen a different Adam Azim in there.
But, yeah, Stevie, like I said, I'll do what I can to push this channel. Or push Straightouttaballyer. I'm going to use this platform to promote the other one. Good morning, Chopper. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this platform to promote the other one. Now, I'm signed in my YouTube account on my new one. I've not signed into Fighting Back United. Well, saying that, I'm always signed in on this tablet, but
he can't knock everybody out. If he hit the guy clean, he'd have knocked him out. And he hit him on top of the head, and he still got through the rounds. But it's great for him because he had to show another side to him.
But yeah,
he's still an amazing fighter. And
like I said, my predictions are coming true. Like they always do. You know, I have something, and if I told you, you should laugh at me, but it's alright. I'd laugh too if someone told me. I'll see shit before it happens. You know what I mean? I make calculated decisions and risk assessments, plan of action. And my plan of action for this year is not telling anybody fuck all, not promoting anybody else, just worrying about my own channel, not worrying about anyone else's. And Chopper, Pablo and Stevie like me though. And Danny Christie. About not jumping on panels, you know what I mean? Only divvies do that, that's what you said to me. You know what I mean? I like Danny, I have a lot of time for Danny Christie. I remember he said to me, bro, only divvies jump on panels, you know what I mean? Fucking, yeah, if you get asked to go on and what have you and all, but I'm gonna make my fucking presence known very soon. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not looking for a fight, but I tell you what, this time, you want to take liberties with me, do you? Well, let's play an even. Forget YouTube.
tape and lots of.
Anyone that has an issue with me on YouTube, which I don't think they do, I'm on Instagram, I'm easily found. That's all I'll say.
As I say, an occupational hazard.
You know, it's YouTube, right? You want to play a game? Let's play. Hang on one sec. Right.
Are we still on course for this European title?
Heads or tails? That's the Queen's head. Right, fuck off. Right. Heads or hearts, which was going to be right. We go hard.
Just want to get his hands, the bruising of his hands.
Fuck! Fuck's sake. Haven that. You know, see that? Believe it or not,
That's the truth. And so
a lot of business can get done the coin toss.
the risk of jumping too far ahead because
Yeah, Manchester United are fighting back. Fighting back United. I called it. Yeah, I see things, I assess the situation. It's like, right, let's say for instance, I've worked in construction for years, right? I was a labourer, then I was a scaffolder, that's how I got into it, right? Every morning you have a plan of action and a risk assessment. Now, if I'm your gaffer, you come into work drunk on a Monday morning, still word, I'm sending you home. Because you're a risk, you're putting other people in danger. Because you're coming in, still hungover after the weekend, you have your fucking earphones in, and you're fucking 4 or 5 stories up in the fucking hour, and you kick a little bit of piping, boom. Yeah, it happened in this country. Some fucking idiot, and he piss tested him. He alcohol, cocaine, he was still drunk, whatever. But this geezer had his earphones in, 2 or 3 stories up, and kicked a piece of scaffolding. And there was a girl with a brand new baby walking past, and I put, man, I swear to God, look at it. And I was like, fucking hell. But after that, I was working for Scaffolding Great Britain. They brought in new legislations, policies and restrictions. If you are a scaffolder or you worked on site, they were going to start doing mandatory piss tests, right? And loads of us lost our job because of that. You know, all because of one fucking stupid mistake. You know, you can't be listening to music when you're 4 or 5 stories up. If it's on a radio on the wall, fine, but it distracts you, and that's all it takes is a second to accidentally nudge a piece of pipe that much, yeah, coming off a fucking rig, off a scaffolding. Do you know what I mean? Off a tower. Imagine hitting a baby in a pram. Say nothing. So that's why new rules and legislations and policies were brought in to construction. They started, you can't get on site without a CSCS card, right? That's like your health and safety awareness card, basically. You know what I mean? You can't get on one. You can't get on a site now without one. Mine's over there. It's fucking out of date. It's about fucking 10 years out of date or more. It's just like another qualification, isn't it? You know, one I've ever done, man, I fucking was a forklift driver, fucking, I done all sorts of jobs. But I held 3 for a very long time, like, you know, don't get me wrong, my brother's an executive chef. He used to work for Raymond Blanc. So Max learnt me a few things. So I was a prep chef for 7 years. You know what I mean? It's like my speciality was seafood and Niceno, yeah. But oysters, caviar, lobster, high-end products. We cooked for the Britannia Hotel on a big scale, big volumes of lobster. For instance, if I told you, right, all right, ring ring, Hello?
Tough fight, hard to predict.
The Britannia Hotel.
Everybody's favourite.
Alright, can I speak to Warwick?
It's not a full-
He's not here. Who's that, Jude? Yeah, it's me. What do you want? Jude, we need-
He can do so much with it.
What? 50?
Having that speed and that
15,000 lobster? What, in a fucking day? You're taking the fucking piss. Why didn't you ring yesterday?
It's a 50-50.
Listen, I have to go, right? I'll sort it. Fuck off, man. Fucking wanker, man. That's more. I was finishing early today. You know, fucking hell. Friday morning you ring me for fucking 15,000 lobster. Now, in each lobster, they're about a kilo in weight, average, right? Now, the company ended up getting a contract with Iceland, so they supply all the lobster for Iceland. Now, certain restaurants in certain hotels, they sell all kinds of stuff, like, but when it came to the seafood, like lobster and fish and all that kind of stuff, that was my job. Like, we'd get fresh salmon in, fresh fucking trout, fresh everything. Haddock, fucking, they'd all get vacuum packed, labelled, fucking sent out. Great job though, man. Yeah, honestly. Now, didn't bring a packed lunch, you know what I mean? Everything and anything in there. We had the best bakers. We had a dream team of chefs in a way. Because all them, I was the only one that wasn't a proper chef, but I was walking with them. It was like, I was walking like kind of on a leg line, and it was two different parts, two roles. It's like, yeah. And I got a job through me hard work, because my boss said to me, do you want to jump ship? I was with an agency at the time. I was with Hayes Recruitment in Manchester, Portland Street. And he said, do you want to jump ship? I said, do I get a pay rise? He said, yeah. I was like, how much? He says, 12 quid an hour. So I said, all right, that'll do. You know what I mean? So I was buzzing with that. You know what I mean? And I got me wages brought down to weekly rather than monthly, because I fucking hate getting paid by the month, man. It's great at the end of the month, but when you're getting up for 30 days in a month, getting up in the freezing cold, doesn't matter, you know what I mean? That's your role. Know your role. My role was being a father and trying to keep myself out of prison. I could have put a ski mask on and gone robbing jewelleries and robbing Rolexes, dive on a bike. God. You know what I mean? Because listen, when I walk into your shop and say, here, can I have that cream cake in, that one with the big cherry on, I want. No, you can't have that one. Someone else is coming in for that. Listen, I want that big bun with the cherry on. Yeah, sorry, no, that one with 2 cherries on. No, you can't have it. Why? It's reserved. Listen, how about, give me the fucking cream cake now, right? And wrap it up well, yeah? And don't crease the paper. You fucking hurry up. I asked you for a cream cake, nicely, and you say no to me. Let's say I point a Beretta at your nostril, right? And I say, cake. Thank you. No, don't touch that cherry. I'll kill you. Yeah. Reserved, is it? Unreserved, motherfucker. Hasta la vista, caker. Or selling drugs. Hard drugs. I made a deal with God I'd never sell Class A drugs again. And I stuck to it.
That he was only 50% of what he should be, because he had too many problems. He had the COVID in July, was first meant to take place. Then he got the problem with his daughter.
Now, I'm a bit of a connoisseur myself now. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, yeah, if any of you lived on my street, man, you'd get free weed. Well, you wouldn't get free weed, but, yeah.
as much stick as that.
No, I just have people that like me, you know, that just treat me, you know. Nice having friends like that. They're very generous, like.
Because he's doing his own thing when he goes in there anyway.
Yeah.
That was a slugfest, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Last night I fed a squirrel. Yesterday I felt the squirrels. Right now, the reason why I know it's Leroy now, you all might think that I'm losing the plot. I'm not. I named him Leroy because he had half a tail. I think a rat gripped him and ripped half his tail out. That's the only way I can tell it's him. So I called him. I forget what I called him. I'm sure it began with an L. I just said it a second ago. Whatever his name is. Hell. Now.
So he said the only thing you're gonna do is get close and make a
I don't know what happened to him. I think a bird got him, or a fucking rat, or a cat, or something, and yanked the tail off him, and he got away. You know what I mean? I have a couple of things in common with Leroy. Yeah, man. He's got half a tail like myself. But look at here. I left him chocolate biscuits. Yeah, I'm fucking telling you now, bro. Left him chocolate biscuits. Look, watch. Look, right. And I made a mess out there. Look at every bit gone. I told you, didn't I? Like I said, they live in that tree. They jump onto the little tree there. You know, then onto the fence, then over the fence, then all the way down there. And they do jump there, and I do be like that. You know what I mean? I love animals. And their movement and behaviour. It's like I said, yeah. I had a lot when I was young. I had a big interest in animals, especially birds. Now my daughter, she wanted to be a vet, but she wasn't willing to go to uni for 7 years, you know. So it's like a couple of years before, she got a job working in a grooming parlour for dogs, you know, and like a crash for dogs, you know. Let's say you work and you don't want your dog on its own all day. Listen to me, yeah. It's like I feed them, bro, because nobody else feeds them, and in all fairness, I get a little bit of satisfaction out of it because I can observe them now. Like, not just them birds, Chopper, like I said, bro, right? Look at all the trees over there, yeah? Right? Now, like I said, the amount of animals, like certain birds. Bro, I was looking out the fucking... Here, I'm making a cup of tea one day. I looks out the window, right? And there was 2 fucking parrots on me tree. You know what I mean? And there was a wood pigeon trying to attack them from there. Fucking, you know what I mean? So I start throwing bricks at the pigeon, you know what I mean? Fucking... But they would have been eaten by a hawk, or they wouldn't have lasted. They wouldn't have been able to survive because they're exotic birds, aren't they? Like, they probably survive until fucking they get clipped by a fucking hang on. You know what I mean? I give them a bit of bread and a few. Don't be fucking laughing, yeah? Fucking pricks. It's not even funny. You know what I mean? You're taking the piss out of me by laughing. Because I know Stevie's laughing. You know what I mean? And Chopper. It's like, look at here. I've a lot in common with that squirrel. You know, he's got his tail bit off. That's how I know it's Leroy. Come on, let me show you. Like I said, I love wildlife. I studied animal behaviour as a kid. Like I said, especially pigeons. And then we went on to apex predators. When I was a kid, I had a pigeon loft, and I hadn't got like one of them roofs. I had a flat roof, and I was on top of the flats in Bluebell Flats on the Gammers. Now, like I said, right, look around you, right up there, right? Now, they're conifers. They were planted 27 years ago. Fucking fuck you, magpie bastard. But if you look at the tree line over there, boys, look many there is now with a pair of binoculars, yeah, I can see their fucking eyeballs. Because like I said, when I was a kid, I read a few books about birds and about movement and deviation, and you know, like I said, hawks and eagles and falcons and vultures.
Even Tyson disbelieves himself. How have I done this? How have I pulled it off? You know? Divine intervention. That's what Tyson thinks in his own mind. Because he knows.
Yeah. No, hey, Pablo. I was just feeding the squirrels. Like I was saying, me and this particular squirrel, we have something in common. I called him Leroy. He lost half his tail. This particular squirrel right now, I know it's this particular family of squirrels. Now, how can you differentiate one squirrel to the other? This little bastard has half the tail missing. That's how. So I was just taking the piss. Like, I seen him one day, and I was like, you know what I mean? He reminds me. I'm comparing a squirrel to a person, and all half a tail. We used to call, but anyway. So that's why Leroy come into effect. But like I said, and then I have the pigeons that do be all up there. I used to live in that house over there for 11 years. See that house over there? 2 biggest back gardens on the housing estate. Who cares? But like I said, I read a ladybird book about small birds when I was a kid, like, you know, finches, fucking robins, swallows, swifts, fucking pigeons, every kind of bird. But as I got older, I fucking I went on to bigger, like, apex predators and studied them, like, cause it's like animal behavior. It's very, very similar to human behavior. You know, a lot of the time, most of these animal attacks occur when they're in defense mode. Like, for instance, I watch a lot. I love bears, right? So I watch. There's this thing called Final Affliction. So I'm gonna put an episode on for you now, right? Don't say I never do anything for you. This is about, right? Right, Final Affliction is like, you know, stories of people that go hunting, yeah, for bears, and they don't come back, and their wife reports them missing 3 days later. A helicopter flies over past Alaska and sees their body, their carcass getting ragdolled. I watched this program about this guy one time, right? And he ended up getting eaten, him and his missus, because he was fucking talking to the bears, and here he was, you're a bold boy, and all this. Like, now see them fuckers, like I said, right, you lock eyes with a grizzly bear, right? It's like, mate, they see it, mate, they're very territorial fucking animals, you know, and they could have cubs nearby. They see you looking in their direction, they're gonna run at you and charge you. And you know what? One of their hands is like that. And the clip, you're fucked. Have you ever seen that movie, The Revenant? Right? That's a true story about this fucking adventurer. Fucking, and he got eaten. You see, if you've ever watched The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio, hang on, right? Final Affliction. Yeah, man. Like, it's Final Affliction. It's a channel about, like, people that have fucking run-ins with sharks, bears. This girl was ripped apart by a pack of sharks in front of her mum. Okay, we'll go for that one then. Like I said, tonight is important because, like I said, United win a double. I said, we're fighting back, United. Joe said to me yesterday or the day before, Joe, why didn't you copyright that? He said to me, you know what, Jude? He said, that's why I love you, he says, because of the respect you have for the people of Liverpool. Even though you're a Man United fan. You know, what kind of example would I be? Sending my son up there to hate Scousers when that's his fucking job. Helping them. Hundreds of Scousers my lad's gonna help. That's my fucking gift to the world. One of them. Like I said, all McDonald's, we help people. Know what I mean? Look at me family. I could, for instance, the boy is not, like I
That would soon change. Spotting the Sandy Toes Tour Company, the family
decided
to take a last-minute day trip to Rose Island.
Now here's the plan.
Excursion involved a boat cruise,
Pablo, Chopper and Steve are going to be me head mods on Straightouttaballyer. It took me a year to get 100 subs on Point and Back United. Well, Irish Dude 74 didn't mean nothing to me. No relevance, no relevance, no anything like. But when I changed my channel to Point and Back United, it's like I was going over doing content at the Etihad. It's like, and we were the previous season we'd lost the last game of the season. Then we went into the first two games. We got beat 4-0 and 4-1. We got 4 goals down in half time. We were a laughing stock, an embarrassment. You know what I mean? I was devastated. I'd never seen Man United were breaking records, alright. Fucking right. We were at the fucking end of the bottom of the fucking league. And everyone was laughing. And then I got an epiphany after I was watching the Liverpool game. And the way they fought in that game. And I was like, and I was still trying to come up with a name for my channel at the time, and I was like, what have I done all my life? And the first 2 words come in was, first word came in my head was fighting, and then back, combined. And then I was like, fucking hell, Fighting Back United, that's perfect, dude. Yahtzee, that's what it's being called. So I'm going to use this platform to grow my other channel. It took me a year to get 100 subs. I'm not even 10 days, and I'm halfway there. I was 3/4 of the way there last night. But like I said here, I'll get there. Slowly. I'm not a big cat fan, Stevie. Pens, 13-year-old, target practice, yeah. Like I said, yeah. Shout out to the, tell you what, man, if God was a cat, I'd be fucked. I wouldn't be getting into heaven, bro. I'd be a serial killer. Fucking hell.
The trail was sparsely placed with benches, locker rooms, and bathrooms for the tourists. The narrow trail was surrounded by
people are very sensitive about their cats. You know what I mean? Everybody likes pussy cats, don't they? Like,
the bright 21-year-old had many aspirations and a great future ahead of her. Eventually, they reached the snorkeling spot. Donning their wetsuits,
I don't mind them. I feed it straight like my neighbour's cat gives them up. Like I feed him, but that's about it. I'm not a big cat fan. I'm more of a dog person, mate.
admiring nature.
All animals, so they all have a connection, you know what I mean? You can form a connection even with a fucking a gerbil called Ronaldo. Yeah, seriously, when she was a kid, she had about 30 of them she had about 4 tanks. And there was 30 fucking bastard fucking little rat midget fucks. Gerbil? Yeah, gerbil fucks. They breed like fuck.
Surrounding Jordan, and that Jordan wanted to show it to her. However, as she looked
Fish as well. It's like for that.
enveloped her.
No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, right? I watch a lot of stuff about apex predators, like on, say, Natural Geographic, whatever it's called, National Geographic. My bad.
However, it was futile. Without warning, the school of sharks pounced on her, biting her everywhere.
Wow.
Jordan fought hard, but there was already blood in the water.
Yeah.
And the sharks
You're fucked.
frenzied. Jordan let loose blood-curdling.
You know what I mean?
To approach
And she's only a little thing, like them sharks grip you, man. You're fucked.
However, Jordan could not.
You know what I mean?
Cammy noticed her right arm had been bitten off by the shark.
Imagine seeing your kid like that. I'd be sushi too, man, because I'd jump in, mate. Honestly, I'd poke it in the eyeball, I'd wrestle with it, and I'd get eaten, but I guarantee it'd lose its eye.
Overtook any instinct to run and call for help. It was simply something any loving mother would.
Not yet, no. I've spoke to Dotsie Bourne. I grew up with Dotsie. He's the administrator for the Ballyferma page. And I messaged him and he read it, but he's not messaged me back. The little prick. So Dotsie, if you're watching this, you're a bollocks, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do something. You know, fair play to you for opening the Ballier page. But listen, this channel, it's like, I don't need your help. I'll do it my own way.
Pigs by the beachside when they heard of a teenager attacked by sharks in the snorkeling area. After waiting a few minutes, Jordan was taken by an ambulance to a hospital in Nassau. However, upon arrival, she was pronounced dead.
No shit, she no fucking arms or legs.
They were too late.
Pronounced dead. Yeah, wouldn't you be fucking dead if you got fucking savaged?
The family criticized the company for not having any protocols when it came
Din,
to
din, 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 din. Yeah, I was in. Get out of the water, yeah,
to whisk away the sharks.
You know what I mean?
Additionally, when Jordan was bleeding on a nearby island, barely clinging.
Oh, I watched that 47 meters down, the fucking idiot, man. I'd have taken one look at that cage and saying, fuck you. I ain't getting in that, me. Why, me? I'm not looking here. I know Megalodon. There's a Megalodon or two in the Mariana Trench. They can't go down that far, I'm telling you now, man. Like, did you ever see them pictures on Google sharks? Like Google Earth? I seen once and they put a fucking school bus beside it. Here, this thing was like twice the length of a yellow school bus. You know, that's a 70-footer. Do you understand? That's a big shark. Here, we need a bigger fucking boat here. Just get me off the fucking boat. Get me back onto land quick. Have you seen that here? I'm away. Get me out of here. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Do you know who I am? My name's Ronnie Pickering. My man.
What's up, my man?
Fuck you. Yeah, you prick. You're gonna get battered by Michael Chandler. I hope he whoops your ass. I watch Mr. Ballin's podcast as well.
In Canada, walked out of the school expecting to see someone from his family waiting outside in a car to drive him home. However, there was no one there. And after waiting...
Ripped apart. This man tried running away from attacking bear.
Brian, not a youth.
Hang on. This man tried running away from attacking bear. Do you know how fast them cunts can run?
Yellowstone National Park is one of the nation's hotspots.
Look at them. Do you understand?
So when an unsuspecting couple were warned about a brown bear lurking in the area, they thought nothing of it, resulting in a terrifying
Apex predators. Don't fuck with them. Like I said, when they look at you, you either submit to them or you glare them in the eye. Because I tell you what, like I says, the territorial animals, they will rip you to pieces.
It was
You
June
know.
6th, 2011. Husband and wife Brian and Marilyn Matayoshi were out for a leisurely stroll in Yellowstone National Park.
Geezer.
They were following the Wapiti Lake trailhead through the east side of the park in Wyoming. It was a beautiful day. The couple had with them their cameras.
Oh, I like that. Give me that camera,
A
mate.
small backpack with some
Give me it.
in an extra sweater. The couple paused to admire the
Wow, look at that. Is that not a piece of heaven or what?
Yellowstone's rare birds.
Know what I mean? Fishing.
Peregrine falcon and
Oh.
eagle.
Oh, man, let me go. I want to see them.
Nature was cathartic. Barely
They're
uttering
beautiful
two
birds,
chirps,
they are,
were
aren't they, them
in the
eagles?
summer sunshine. They passed
Yeah.
another walker about an hour and a half into their walk. He warned them of a brown bear with 2 cubs just 500 yards up the track.
This is what I'm saying about bears. They're territorial animals. Do you understand? And if they think that you're a fucking threat to their cubs, they don't care, man. They put themselves at risk.
Cubs ambling gently through a lush green meadow. Brian and Marilyn clutched their cameras, lifting them to take photo after photo. It was incredible to see the 2 cubs frolicking amongst the long grasses while their mother lumbered along, apparently without a care in the world. When Brian and Marilyn had taken a significant number of photos, they decided to continue on their way. A little further along the path.
Yeah, guys, you can listen to this with me if you want.
The air was muggy, and they spent all the time swatting the mosquitoes away from their faces, itching and scratching their scalps and bare arms. They decided to turn back.
But yeah, Pablo, I'm going to use this channel to promote the other one.
Least of all, the female bear and her cubs. As they walked back past the meadow, they saw the bears once more. This time, however, they were much closer to the path. Brian and Marilyn had felt quite safe photographing them from a significant distance before, but now the couple froze on the spot.
Like I said, lions, tigers, gorillas, monkeys, apes, like.
Terror gripped Brian and Marilyn. Adrenaline coursed.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Like, I love it. I love watching National Geographic. I've watched it for fucking years. I'm as old as that fucking David Attenborough myself, for fuck's sake. But he's the best at it. He's the don of it. You know.
Lie face down on the ground, placing your hands behind your neck and head for protection.
If it ever attacks you, lie down on the ground, me bollocks, man.
That's 330 pounds of apex predator running at you. Resisting the urge to run can be tricky. As the bear came at them, Brian and Marilyn struggled to fight that urge. It was an overwhelming feeling. Instinct.
Lie on the ground, I will, on my bollocks, mate. I'll fight it. Even if I'm eating alive, there's no way I'm fucking submitting to that motherfucker, because he'll destroy me. He'll eat me. You know, and fucking Christmas and grandsons and shit. Not looking to be eaten by no bear, but I guarantee you, man, I will poke one of its eyes out, because I'll have a fucking knife there on my waistband, on my chest, and if it grip me, I'll fucking stab it in the fucking eye. Now, you bastard. One eye, fucking yogi. Fuck off. Size of that thing.
They managed to run almost 200 yards before the bear caught up with them.
Wow. 200 yards before this cunt caught them.
Marilyn jumped off the path and hid behind a fallen tree. She looked up just in time to see the bear hit her husband with one of its powerful paws. Brian went crashing to the ground.
No
He gave out
shit.
a loud yell. The slash from the bear's paw had hit him hard on the head. Dizzied and dazed, he lay motionless on the ground.
Them claws are big
The bear
fuckers.
cubs had followed their mother in the pursuit and now stood there growling.
A cold one. Well, it's like I said,
Biting his leg just above
Ah.
the knee. The piercing
I hate the taste of beer. It's fucking horrible. It
He
is.
screamed out. The bear's teeth had cut deep into his thigh.
Nah,
slicing
guys,
the muscle
alcohol's
from
cost
his
me a
femoral
lot.
artery. Frozen in terror, Marilyn witnessed the horrific
Oh.
attack. Away.
In all
Then,
fairness,
to her utter horror, the bear walked over to her.
yeah, it's
No
destroyed
fallen
me
tree was
life,
going to protect
alcohol.
her from this defensive mother.
And imagine that, and I've never even,
Marilyn
I'm not a
stepped
drinker, I
face
don't
down
drink.
in the dirt. She lay as still as she could. But she
Cost
felt
me
her legs
thousands
tremble
drink.
in fear. She felt the heavy pounding
Cost
of
me
her heart within
houses.
her chest. She could hear its loud thumping in her ears. She squeezed her eyes shut, hoping and praying that the bear would leave her alone, but it didn't.
Wasn't meant to be.
Stepped over the
Wasn't
fallen tree
wasn't
and
meant to
lifted
get that
Marilyn
money.
up by her
Maybe to
backpack.
kill
She
myself
gasped,
while having
hardly
that.
daring to utter a sound. For a few terrifying seconds, Marilyn believed that this was the end. She thought she would never see her family again, that this was how she would be remembered. A single tear fell from her cheek, and the bear dropped her. Laying still for a few agonizing minutes.
Because sometimes they pick you up, they grab you by the hip, yeah?
Wanted to reach Brian.
And they'll crush your fucking hip, like break your arms in about fucking 9 to 10 places. You know what I mean? And here, loads of these programs, witnesses have said, like, you can actually hear the bone snap. You know what I mean? Like this kid, him and his mum were going through this pass, and this bear come out of nowhere and grabbed his mum. And you know what? The kid, he must have been about 7 stone, and he fought with it with a stick. Now he got eaten. He survived. His mum died. But I tell you what, man, fucking brave. But it's like, you see a mum being attacked by a bear. The number one thing you'd be like, you know what I mean? You're gonna try get that bear away from you, man, even if it means getting eaten yourself. Would you die for love or honour? I definitely die for love. I love me mother. So if any animal, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was Godzilla. I'd fucking still come out and hit it with a stick. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck off. You know what I mean? Why do all them caves? I don't know why they go into that cave, man, with a bottleneck like that. It's fucking ridiculous. This hunter gets eaten alive by a polar bear. Well, that's what you get. Unless you shoot them right there. The cranium is fucking the bone in the head. Even if you hit the cunt with a hammer, it won't budge. You know what I mean? I'd aim for the eyes, mate. Fuck the head. I'd go for the eye, mate. You get shot in the eye, you know about it. And you'll stop for a minute to think about it. Yeah, and I'll be gone. You know what I mean? I'd aim for the eyes, mate. People aim for the head, but if you are, I'd imagine if I was in a situation like that and I had a rifle, I'd go for his eye. You know what I mean? Put it right through his fucking face. You know, but them cunts, it makes them angry. You know what I mean? They turn into the Hulk, a fucking bear. You know what I mean? You don't want to make me angry.
The Aborigines had come to appreciate the utility of modern technology and had adopted many of the modern hunting and transportation tools that helped them hunt a lot more efficiently than otherwise.
Yeah, I'm having a National Geographic morning. Well, like I said, guys, I'm always going to plug Straightouttaballyer on this channel. You know, I've done something that I didn't think I'd be able to do, was to get over 600 subs. You know, that's a result. So now I want to move on to something different.
With wolves, fox, seals, moose, and the infamous polar bear.
And I want to make it successful at fighting back in right. And here, I might be successful. I'm not talking about I make money on YouTube, but don't even have membership fees up at the moment. But like I said, Straightouttaballyer, it cost me 50 quid a month to talk to you. 30 for the internet, 20 for streaming. I don't get no help off anyone. I don't get no donations. I don't get fuck off.
Looking for seals and small fish in the water on the northern Canadian coasts. The relatively warmer climate meant an abundance of prey.
Oh, I'm gonna let everyone know. Listen,
at around 9 a.m.
I'd hit me target last year only for a mod. I trusted. Now, that was a skill by error on my part, my bad. That's on me. So it's up to me to rectify that mistake, so that's why I opened the new channel. Rather than stay stuck in fluctuation. You know what I mean? Fluctuation has put me in a situation. I had to make a new channel. Temptation!
edge of the continent.
It's the
Their
same
snowmobiles parked several feet
old
away, but the only
song.
thing that could take them
They're
out
like
safely,
me,
and they were
goggle.
acutely aware of the predators that walked this frozen wasteland. It
Fucking hate seeing them ads with your gran making fucking biscuits or something. Fuck off. United Barcelona, sorry, Barcelona United tonight. Manchester United are fighting back finally. I see a trophy in the cabinet this season. Or trophies too. I see it in the squad. Ten Hag is constructing. He's building. He's setting in great foundations, great fundamentals, great.
Most of the water was still frozen.
I can love it.
Occasional openings
You know, we need, that's it. Once you have discipline, you can overcome anything.
The two men realized that
And he's employed discipline on them and it's worked.
as most were still under
Call it the method of encouragement. Manchester United are finally fighting back, and Jude got it right. Jude called it.
Out of sight for the seals.
Know what I mean?
Talk found a
Called it 3 games into the season after the Liverpool one.
and laid down an aim with his gun loaded.
Cameron never
They
lies.
realized that they could
People
ensure
do.
their catch if they split up, and decided to walk several hundred feet away on the left to lay down in the same fashion. Several hours passed in contemplation for seals surfacing, but none was yet able to make a confident shot. But as Talk laid low on the icy shore,
Like I said, them
he heard
polar bears,
something
man,
very
they're too big.
different
Like
than
their head,
there was no one around but him,
their skull
and the
is
sound
like
of guns seemed
concrete.
to be coming
You
from
know what I
behind
mean?
him,
So you have to have a high caliber now.
frozen in
There's no
place in
point in
his
using a
tight
fucking
clothes.
Glock
He
or the
managed to
fucking,
turn his head
you
back,
know what I mean? You
anticipating
need a
more sort of
rifle
fox.
down
But when
with
he
a
saw
fucking
us,
shell
shivers
about that
carried
size.
down his spine.
Cause he's gonna look up, he's gonna look at you, that polar bear. He's gonna stand up and stick his nose in the air and just have a little smell, and then he's gonna look at you. Watch, you stick the head up in the air. Now,
But Talk's heart was beating out of his chest, and it was difficult to stay calm or play dead. He locked eyes with the predator once, and that's when the bear made its first steps towards him.
cause once you shoot that and you don't fucking move, it's only a flesh wound, you're gonna piss that fucking thing off. Oh, it's alright, he has a jet ski or a fucking snow fucking yoke.
His last mistake.
Size of that thing, look at that. Imagine that scar. Oh, fuck. Ah! Oh, them teeth.
But just as
Shit.
the bear took steps back and started walking to his left. Talk lay there and peeked from between his arms where the bear was going. It was several feet away now, and he saw the chance to get up and walk to his snowmobile. He rolled away silently and got close enough to board the vehicle and ride away to a safe distance. But he soon realized that the direction the bear had gone was also where his cousin Nat had positioned himself, completely oblivious to the massive danger approaching him.
Look at the size of that, man.
Talk was the giant polar bear, and there was no way to warn him. Talk was too rattled from the harrowing.
Look at the blood on the, see the blood in the snow?
To warn his cousin as it chased Nat's footprints in the snow. Caught between trying to save himself or save his cousin, Talk made the frantic decision of going back.
It's about saving yourself or your cousin.
This decision proved fatal.
I'd fuck me cousin under the bus.
Vulnerable and unknowing of the predator chasing after him.
Yeah, I'm not looking to be eaten by no polar bear. Fuck that shit, that hurt. That hurt more than bullets does.
But when he arrived
They're
at sea,
bone
he
crunchers,
quickly
you
realized
understand?
that it was too late. In the distance, Talk spotted a blood-reddened spot on the white snow, with the bear chewing on the remains of his cousin. He let out muffled screams of terror and regret.
Who blocked
watching
you?
helplessly the bloodied carcass of his cousin, who had been
Well,
deserted
nobody, like I
when
said
he
on the
needed
other
him
channel,
most.
nobody will get a chance
The
to
bear
do
had
that.
torn
It
him
took
apart,
me a year to get me,
lying separate from
to
his
hit me
torso.
goal, which was
The
100.
bear had delivered
And I'm gonna
crushing
do it on
stomp
here
on
within
man's
2
neck,
weeks.
while he laid completely oblivious, hidden in the white snow. It broke Nat's spine and left him paralyzed and completely vulnerable. From
Hey,
then on, he
not
was easy
right.
picking for the bear as it tore into his flesh and ate him alive,
The
biting out
spirit
chunks
is
with its
Santi.
razor-sharp teeth. There were also deep bite marks on Nat's neck, and the bear's 3-inch-long front canine teeth that had pierced deep into flesh. Talk realized he was too late, and there was nothing he could do now but escape and call for help. His family and town were made aware of the tragic demise of their family member.
Hey, I'm
and
going
state
to.
authorities were alerted to bring back the remains of the young man. Seal hunting trips were put on hold for the duration of the year, and search teams were dispatched to locate the polar bear in order to avoid further attacks.
Oh, that'd be a horrible death, that. In a cave, man. I don't know whether any of you have ever dived before. I've not done it. Like, my little brother has scuba diving. I've never done it.
And I'm the president of Straightouttaballyer. There is a huge passion for gravel exploring.
But, you know, you get people that explore these caves. And I'll tell you what, man, I'd get claustrophobic. Look at that. You get stuck, you have to pull yourself through, right?
Was not only brutal beyond comprehension, but also plagued with an arduous and prolonged struggle for survival that was doomed from the start due to unforeseen circumstances, ultimately ending up costing him his life in what has to be one of the most painful and horrific ways imaginable. This is the tragic story of William Coughlin.
I think it's called the Nutty Putty Cave.
To final affliction.
And then someone went down to get him and he fucking died as well. You were on bleeding 71 last night. And I was like, lovely, I'll probably have 100 in the morning. But like I said, there's no pressure. It'll get there in the end.
Exploring a small cave that resided near his home.
I'm halfway there already. You know what I mean? But listen to me, I'm going to end this live, right? Because I have a couple of things to do, okay? So shout out to the mods. I'll be back later on. Man United are fighting back, just like I said, fighting back United. I'm a son of Ballier, I'm a soldier of Ballier, and I'm straight out of Ballier. And I'm straight out of here, guys. So I'm away. God bless.
With his confidence in himself and his abilities skyrocketing almost to a fault.